It is time. We are talking about skill-based matchmaking on Halo Infinite. I promised you guys I would do a video about this, especially after 343 talking about how everything is supposed to be competitive. We've had some ex-Bungie devs weigh in about how Xbox Live, Halo 2 and Halo 3 were initially designed, and we're going to compare the two systems and show how different they are. So let's jump right into it. So as you guys have no doubt heard, 343 had their dev update about a week ago now, and one of the key takeaways from this presentation was Sean, a 343 employee, talking about how everything is fundamentally competitive on Halo. Always has been, always will be. And I said I strongly disagree with this. My exact tweet said, and I quote, "Ex-Bungie devs literally said Halo was designed to be a fun party shooter that had gameplay mechanics watered down from hardcore shooters to make it more accessible to others." 343 said today that everything is highly competitive, which I disagree with. I then added in, as an FYI, Halo has always had skill-based matchmaking, but it wasn't until the new True Skill 2 system that released during Halo 5's life cycle did it stop you from playing with your friends if they are above average. Halo 2 and Halo 3's skill-based matchmaking is intentionally dumbed down to give it a more social feel. And I actually had ex-Bungie devs like the tweets. Now, where I have a problem with the current matchmaking systems on Halo Infinite are this. One, if you're too good or too bad, you get completely locked out of matchmaking, especially in social-based game modes. It also means that if you're a very good player and you do find a game, you're going to be given worse teammates to make sure the games are fair, but often that just means you lose and the people on your team have a terrible time. Your visible matchmaking rank in the ranked game modes is irrelevant. Now, a good example of this broken ranking system is Frosty, who is a world champion Halo player, recently got placed Platinum 2 in team doubles. Now, regardless of his rank saying Platinum 2, it would always match him up against the top 0.1% of the player base. If it matched him with a true Platinum 1 player, he would win 25 kills, 0 deaths every game. It is not a true indication of what a ranking system should be. This means your visible rank is more or less pointless because you're never going to level down until you hit that point of where the system thinks you should be. And then once you hit that point, you'll never go up any further. There is plenty of times when I see players who are in Platinum or Diamond, but their system thinks they should be Onyx. It literally puts them with the best players in the game, which more or less means the current ranking system is pointless. Now, on paper, 343 says this matchmaking system has the best player retention rates, but as someone who plays the game and can barely play with their friends anymore, now yes, this system, on paper, it does have the best player retention rates, but all that goes out the window when the entire player base leaves because they don't want to play because of the strict skill-based matchmaking. See the issue with the system? I get comments from you guys every single day, and it says more or less, Remy, I can't play with my friends because either I'm too good, so I drag my friends into lobbies way too high of skill, and they don't get any kills so they don't want to play with me, or I try to search with friends that are good, and then our collective skill is too good, so we can't play the game either. Nothing about Halo Infinite encourages playing with friends. And again, that goes back to social features. This brings me to what Max Hoberman, current CEO of Certain Affinity, working on the Battle Royale of Halo Infinite, ex-Bungie dev, who created Halo 2 and Halo 3's skill-based matchmaking systems. And he says, common characteristics of a LAN party. You're playing with people you know and like. There's a wide array of skill and experience. Communication is prevalent and boisterous. There is friendly competition, but the stakes are low. Everyone is having fun. Halo was fantastic in this respect. Our goal with Halo 2 multiplayer was to replicate this experience online. Our goal with Halo 3 multiplayer was to refine this and expand types of online experiences you could have together. Does this mean Halo has always been competitive? The key takeaway from this is the social-based game modes when you're having fun are low stakes. They don't mean anything. Ranked is where winning matters. However, it seems with all games today, not just 343's games, but all video games today, there is very, very strict skill-based matchmaking. The way I've always felt is nobody wants to work a 6 to 12 hour day and then feel like they have to work a second job when they get home for Halo Infinite. There is no reason why you should have to try as hard as you possibly can just to have a positive experience. It should be a mix of games. Some games are casual, some games are sweaty, and this to me was always the most effective form of matchmaking for good players, for beginner level players, and for veteran level players. Now, when I do these videos, I always try to have a solution to the problem. And for this particular topic, I really feel like having a social experience where you can play with anyone, find games within an adequate amount of time, so no very long search times, and if you want a very sweaty experience, you go to the ranked game mode, so then they even get a population bump, is the best way to go about it. I actually had X343 devs comment on my tweet saying that Halo has always been competitive, and that the original Bungie games were even more competitive than 343's games, and said yes, they were more competitive, but they weren't like that by design. They were created as fun party shooters, and in the competitive scene, tweak the settings to make them more competitive. This current way of thinking makes a huge divide between the social and competitive scene of players, and it shouldn't be that way. We are all one community. It is exactly why Bungie did the social ranked split with their playlists, so people of all play types, all varieties, could play what they want. There is no reason that players should be getting locked out of playing because of skill-based matchmaking. Everybody should be able to play with whoever they want, with no restrictions. Halo's strength is how much the community has evolved over time. We took the original game that Bungie gave us, and we transformed it and made all of these amazing communities, including MLG, and that was Halo's strength. Nowadays, it isn't so much the Halo community that is creating how to play Halo Infinite, it's 343 dictating how you should play Halo Infinite. With that said, I hope you all enjoyed watching today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments below about skill-based matchmaking. I know you guys are going to have a lot to say about it. There is actually a proper Halo Infinite event, the Yappening, that goes live today. It is the first Halo event I'm actually excited for. I think it's got BTB Fiesta and all of these new wacky game modes, and I swear to God, if it has really strict skill-based matchmaking, well, you guys are going to hear about it in tomorrow's video. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.